Hey guys, so I'm talking about how to buy quality apartments in Dubai or a quality property. I hope you've seen and checked out part 1, part 2 and part 3 of this mini video series on helping you acquire a quality apartment in Dubai, okay? If you haven't, please go and look at them. They're going to be very relevant for you to understand why you are sometimes not able to buy a quality apartment, sometimes you can. My name is Fahd Dawood. I talk about real estate internationally, Dubai specifically sometimes, your and my life and our path to financial bliss. Okay, I'm also the author of The Intelligent Real Estate Investor. If you're looking to work with me, there's a link in the description where you can reach me. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to understand where you at with your real estate journey, so I can perhaps help you or perhaps recommend you to somebody else who will be able to help you. I can help you with a strategy session, pricing, negotiation, evaluating opportunities, with handover of your property. Last but not the least, I do offer a VIP service where you get to work with me end to end completely. Okay, check this out. Now, if you've looked at part 1, part 2, part 3, in part 1 we discovered and talked about, history from the 60s to 2000. Well, I didn't get to 2020, but 2013, 2020 is pretty much the same game. I talked about the ecosystem of why sometimes you end up not getting a very good quality apartment, and then I gave you a solution. This is a solution that I've seen in practical terms actually turn out well. Now, a couple of years ago, I think 3 years ago, I made a video that said buying quality. This is exactly what I said. Buying quality is cheaper in Dubai. Okay, now I hope you can see all of this. Yes, there we go. Okay, so buying quality, these are the 3 words that I use. Buying quality is cheaper in Dubai, and I got a decent number of views on that video. You could probably still Google it and find it. Essentially speaking, what I was saying is, when you're buying from a certain type of developer who you know what it says on the outside of the tin can. So let's assume this is the tin can. Whatever it says on the outside is what is on the inside. Essentially speaking, there are going to be no surprises with the documentation. There's going to be no surprises with the delays or, with the on-time delivery. There's going to be no surprises with fixtures and fittings, so on and so forth. So if you really think about it, all these surprises that could end up being costly for you would mean that if you went and bought from these branded developers, in the long term, it's going to cost you less because you're going to be able to avoid all these surprises, right? So essentially speaking, buying quality is cheaper in Dubai when you buy from the good developers. Okay, that's what it was about. But today it's essentially buying a high quality finished apartment with good fixtures, good fittings, quality workmanship. Okay, how do you get to that? I am going to backtrack on something. Okay, and I have already explained how you can get that. If you'll need to see part 1, part 2, part 3, and I'm going to say buying quality is expensive. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, I couldn't get expensive in there, but let me just put it down over here. Buying quality is expensive, but now expensive is a relative term, right? Because what's expensive for you might not be expensive for somebody else. But what you do have, and also, as my wife always says, that buying quality might be expensive today, but it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be cheaper in the long run because that particular thing is going to last. Now, there is sometimes, you are sometimes walking into a Louis Vuitton store or a Gucci store, and if you're looking to buy that handbag, you're paying for the brand and the value behind the brand. So you're paying a lot of money. But don't forget, sometimes The brand actually uses special A-grade leather. The workmanship is better. Those bags last you better and longer. And so it is okay in that scenario to buy it and pay more money, okay? Now the developers that I have mentioned in part 3, they're not cheap. Their per square foot price is expensive compared to everything else you might be able to get in that same environment, in that same scenario, in the same location. But guess what? They're giving you superb workmanship, better quality, fixtures and fittings are better, and if you're really looking for good quality apartments, you're gonna have to pay. It's simple as that. You can't be a cheapskate. Like, there is no way for you to go into the Rolex store and say, hey, I want to buy this Rolex at the price of a Casio. There is no way you go into a Mercedes or a BMW store and say, I want to buy this BMW at the price of, let's say, a Toyota. Nothing wrong with them. They're all good in their own category. So just understand this. When you're looking to buy quality, you're gonna have to spend money, right? And this is something I personally believe that I have done wrong, even myself, right? 3 years ago, I was selling one of these developers' products, and I was trying to justify the price to the buyer, right? And these developers were selling at 1800 dirhams per square foot or 1700. Even today, they're at this price. Even today, they're at 1400 or 1500 dirhams per square foot. And I'm telling them that, you know, even with your location, that price is too high. But you know what? The last laugh is on me, because now I understand that, listen, Mr. Buyer, if you're not able to pay this for quality, I've got other options for you that are going to be cheaper today to purchase or be expensive in the long run. But hey, listen, you don't want to spend the money, that's fine. But if you want to buy quality, you gotta spend money. Don't forget that. Nothing to do, and it doesn't put anybody down, but you just gotta get your mind around this to be able to get quality. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. If you want to buy from one of those developers, check me out, reach out to me, and I will help you select the best apartment from those developers. Bye for now.